Hi, my name's Paul Wilson. I'm the creator of Swing Machine Golf and the director of the Paul Wilson Golf School at Bears Best Las Vegas. In this tip, I'm going to show you how to hit perfect bunker shots in a matter of seconds. That's right, I did say that. Perfect bunker shots in a matter of seconds. Now, I know you may have a lot of trouble hitting out of the sand, but I'm telling you, if you can just follow a few simple instructions, you really will hit perfect bunker shots in a matter of seconds. Okay, so in my first tip, I showed you how to have the golf club in an open position. We're opening the face to about 2 o'clock, and that's so that the golf club skims the top layer of the sand instead of, if the face was in a square position, it would dig in too deep. Okay, so we've got the club in a 2 o'clock position. When we do that, we need to aim our body to the left to compensate for the fact that the ball will go to the right if the face is in an open position. So, for a right-handed golfer, we're going to aim to the left. Now, what do we do when we first come in the sand? Well, the first thing we want to do is we want to align our body to the left. As we get that alignment, we're going to dig our feet in a couple of inches into the sand. So we're trying to find the base to the sand. If you stand on the very top surface, this is very unstable, so you could potentially slip or wiggle around a little bit too much. But we want to dig down so that we're finding the base. Well, we're also digging down because when we dig down a couple of inches, we are actually lower than the ball. Now, this is very, very important because we need to hit the sand and not the ball. So in the past, I'm sure you've heard of hitting a few inches behind the ball. Okay? I never want you to think like that. If you think like that, you're going to be the worst bunker player in the world. So we're never going to be thinking of hitting about 3 inches behind the ball. This is going to occur because we are lower than the ball when we hit this shot, because we dug our feet in. Imagine if you were on grass and you dug your feet in a couple of inches lower than the ball. If you did, you would hit the ground behind the ball every single time. Okay, so you don't even have to think about hitting behind the ball. This will happen because you dug your feet down. Okay, so that's very, very important. You have to remember that. Don't be looking at a spot 3 inches behind the ball and trying to hit that spot. Okay, so that's the first step. So we dig our feet in on a line to the left of the target. Now, as we go to set up to the shot, I'll just show you the line to the left. There's our line. Our ball position is going to be a little forward of center, okay, relative to the line left of the target. So we've got our ball in the proper position. We don't want to play it too far back because we're going to hit the ball first. Too far forward, we're going to take too much sand. So just a little forward of center is going to be fine. Okay, now from here, we need to do two things when we hit this bunker shot. So I've seen a zillion people hit bunker shots before, and out of all those people, they find it very difficult to get out. Well, after analyzing a bunch of people, what I've come to the conclusion, or what I found was that a lot of people do not hinge the golf club properly. They do they're either locked here or they take this big long swing because they feel that they're going to have to get some power to get this ball out of the sand. Well, we need a little bit of power, but we don't need to be really hitting that hard. Okay, so what we need to do in our backswing is we need to be hinging the golf club. So as I go back, I'm going to be thinking of the butt end of the golf club. When I take the golf club back, I'm going to think about pointing the butt at the sand. Now, I don't want it to be right at the sand. I want you to be almost at the top of your swing. But if you think about pointing the butt at the sand, it will probably go up a little bit higher, which is the position that I'd like the club to be in. So from right here, if I go into my backswing, I don't want to do this big long swing because I'm going to try to hit real hard and that's just not going to work. Okay? So from right here, I'm going to feel like I'm pointing the butt of the club at the sand. So that to me feels like it's at the sand. I know it's a little higher than that. So that's our first part to our swing. We're going to hinge the golf club. Okay, once the club is hinged, we're just then going to take our body and we're going to turn it to the left to hit the actual shot. Now, I want you to turn the body on a parallel line left of the target. So we want it on this parallel line to this line right here. So a good way to do that, just make a mark off of your toe right here. Okay, this forward toe, just make a mark there, and when you finish, your belt buckle is going to be pointing at that mark. Okay, so we're not hitting behind the ball. That will occur. What we're thinking of is, in the backswing, we're thinking about hinging. So we've hinged the club. Now to hit the shot, we're not thinking hit. We're thinking, take the belt buckle, and we're going to turn it left of the shot. Okay, or left through the shot. Okay, so if we do that, this is what's going to happen. From right here, we hinge, and then we turn. Okay, ball will come out every time perfectly if we do that. So let me show you again. So right here, I take the golf club into the back, or sorry, I've dug my feet in on a line to the left. The face is open. I hinge, and then I turn. Okay, in that process, what's going to happen is I end up getting off of this back foot through the shot. And yes, I know there's people out there that teach to keep your feet planted. Okay, I guarantee that this will work a million times better if you just hinge and turn. Okay, it really does work, and that'll stop you from being back on this back foot when you hit the ball. I'm sure you've had this shot before, when you go like this and you're hitting way back here behind the ball. You leave the ball in the bunker. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that shot by getting off of this side by turning through the shot. So we're going to hinge in our backstroke, or in the backswing, okay, and then we're going to turn on the way through. Hinge and turn. Okay, if you noticed my follow through there, I went through. I didn't go all the way around, but I'm pretty close. Okay, so I'm really getting right through it. Okay, so hinge, turn, and if you do that, you're going to be able to hit perfect bunker shots in a matter of seconds. Make sure you ask your questions, leave your comments below. I'll try to get to as many as I can.